Well, this is exciting. Having come back from the North Yorkshire coast, I'm now on my way to meet Gary. I've been driving for a couple of hours. What time is it? 6:30 in the morning. Up to see Gary, and then from there we are going to be going up to the Highlands of Scotland for 5 days. Absolutely wonderful, I hope, landscape photography. So the next month or so of vlogs for me, it's going to be from the Highlands of Scotland. Stay tuned for this one. See you when I get there. So I dropped my car off at Gary's and jumped into his, and we headed north. And as we passed the Lake District, there was snow. Surely, surely, surely this would mean snow in the Highlands. And just like that, here I am. It's Highlands of Scotland. Absolutely wonderful. Really enjoying it. 9 hours so far, and we've still got a way to go, but we're officially, for me, in the Highlands now. And we've just given past the Lake District, which was covered in snow, which is really exciting. We stopped at a really nice farm shop on services, and there were a range of interesting Scotch eggs to choose from for lunch. So gone for, you can see I've already had a bite, gone for the Cumberland sausage Scotch egg. There was all day breakfast ones, all sorts of things, but look at this. This is really nice. Can I give this a bit of a go, finish it off, enjoy a bit of fresh air, and then we're going to go to Glencoe and the first shoot of the day. See you there. Lovely. Wow. Guys, welcome to Rannoch Moor. This is just stunning. I mean, I've been on the road since 4:30 this morning. It's now 3 o'clock, 10 to 3, so 10 and a half hours. And it is worth every single minute. Just look at this. Absolutely beautiful. I've never seen Rannoch Moor so still. There's not a breath of wind. The mountains are covered in snow. Some beautiful rocks in the loch. And it's just stunning. We're right next to the A82, so excuse me if you can hear any car noise, but this is just beautiful. I don't know what to say. I'm lost for words. So let's enjoy the photography. I'm going to put the drone up and do some footage for you to enjoy, and then I'll talk you through my first composition, which I think I've just found, and there are loads here. What a great, great afternoon. Wow. Right, let's get on with this. So here's the shot. Looks wonderful. And like these rocks here, there's 4 actually. One's like almost submerged. This one here is really nice, really interesting. It's got white lichen on it. I think it's made of granite. Got some moss on it. Got some little bits of wispy grass. And then we've got the loch in the background. Now, obviously, I'm trying to get reflection here, and me walking in the water is not going to be particularly good for that. We're on 45th of a second, so I'm just going to wait for that water just to calm down a bit, staying very still. Focus on this front rock, and then we'll do one at infinity. I mean, it should be fine. We're at 24mm here, f11, ISO 64, not a breath of wind, and a beautiful, beautiful reflection of those lovely mountains in the background. That looks about right. Okay, so, no, I'm whispering. Wow, beautiful. Really love that. It's almost a 50-50 composition. It's not quite. The sky is fairly good, fairly interesting. There's a big band of blue, which I might just have to wait to disappear. I'm also going to do another one with the camera slightly further here to get these three rocks in a place that's more to the right in the composition, so that the eye goes through to the mountains. But as I'm here and it's very still, and I still like this, it's at an angle. This has actually worked quite well as a 1-to-1 square, I think. Wow, superb. Right, let's put that one on the screen and then we'll shoot the other one. That is a better composition. I've got a rock on the right here, these two or three on the left here, and these are in a curve. That's balancing up the right hand side, and then the mountains in the background. It's going to work really well as a 16:9, actually full frame, just tweaking it a little bit as I'm now looking at it. Just to get the mountain and the rock in here, and that's really, really lovely. This video is going to be about why we keep coming back to these places, and I hope it's self-evident, really. I mean, look, it's just the most beautiful place to be. And I photographed Rannoch Moor to shoot that while the light's nice. I photographed Rannoch Moor about 4 times, but nothing as good as this, to be fair. It just looks wonderful. We've got late afternoon light. It's going to get lower. It's just some lovely contours in the rocks there and the mountains in the distance. It's just the most marvellous place to be. Let's just focus one on the rocks, on the mountains at the back, to make sure I've got this. If I need to focus stack it, which I won't, I think we get paranoid as photographers. But the reason you come back to places is, even though it's been done loads of times before by other people and yourself, is to always try and improve it, to try and get something different, because every single time you come, conditions are different, clouds are different. It's never ever the same picture twice. And it actually, just, if there's a nice place to come, the actual photography is the bit that I really enjoy, and I think a lot of you do as well. Just being out, capturing something that you can hang on your wall. It's just amazing, isn't it? It's absolutely wonderful. I can't believe, or you would not believe, how happy this makes me photographing this. It's just the most wonderful, wonderful thing. Right, last go. ISO 64, f11, 45th of a second, not a breath of wind, and not a sound. Right, I'm going to get out of here, see if I can find something else to photograph. Wow, what a day. Okay, for this one, move to the right a little bit. There's a really interesting rock here. It's got a beautiful shape to it, and the groove of the rock is pointing straight towards the mountain. If you get really low down, it cuts out this excess piece of water, although the reflections are lovely. So I'm composing this so I get some reflections in the water where the mountains are, a little bit of water which is going to reflect the sky, and then the rock a little bit in front of it. I've also used a polarizer just to cut out any of the glare, any of the reflections, so we can see into the lock here. So I'm just waiting for it to still steady. Got 45 seconds here at f11. Now I could put an ND on here, a filter, just to make this even slower, and that will completely kill any reflections whatsoever, but I don't actually think I'm going to need it. I'm going to shoot one like this. Just to tip the tripod down a little bit more so that the rock is the main subject of interest, and it's a nice triangle going on. Rock, one peak, and the other peak, and the land. That's kind of works well. That's the composition. Focus on the rock. F11 should be enough depth of field, but I'm going to do another one because I'm not going to come all this way to find out the mountains are out of focus. So let's just do 2 images which we can focus that together. Cool. What I'm now going to do is just put on an ND from my filter set here, just to slow this shutter speed down a little bit longer. If I can get to something like 4 or 5 seconds, that's easily going to be enough. So what have we got here? The middle one's normally that's a 10 stop axis. It's probably too much, but let's see what we go down to here. A lot longer is the answer. We still not 20 seconds. Okay, so 20 seconds. There's not going to be a hint of wind in this, or a hint of water movement. That's going to work fine. Right, let's do a 20 seconds one of that. Another one, focus on the horizon. And here comes the shot. Okay, so I found another good composition, or a composition that I quite like. Had to work with a little bit. There's a big boulder here which I find really interesting. Again, it's a lovely shape. It's pointing out of the picture a bit, but out there in the lock there are 3 big boulders which are actually pointing us back in right, and there's a little tiny boulder sticking out of the water on the left here. I'll show you through the camera in a second. That really makes this, it's really important for this composition. So let me just level this up and I'll take you into the camera here. So this piece is really interesting, really important. The light on this grass looks really nice. We've got this big rock here pointing into those rocks which are pointing us back this way, and this rock here, this little baby one, just without that there, I don't think it's as balanced. I think that just adds a little bit, kind of catches the eye a little bit. Although actually saying that, it almost does distract the eye, doesn't it? I don't know. I'm going to have a look in Lightroom and see what I think. Standing here, I'm thinking to myself that is actually quite important for the balance. I may change my mind. So that's the picture. So it looks wonderful still. So I'm going to shoot this, and whatever picture I put up on the screen will show you what choice I made with that little rock there. I still think it might stay in, you know. Let's see. Right, so we've got polarizer, 10, stop, neutral density. Let's get the polarizer in place, that's fine. A light kissing on the side of this rock. I'm going to focus up at the top of it. 20 seconds at f11. There's the first one, and that 20 seconds is just going to smooth any ripples, and there is just a hint, because it's very, very rare to be so calm in Scotland, I would imagine. So that will get rid of any of that. and then we'll do another one just focused on the mountains, just to make sure that everything is in focus, because I'm a bit paranoid about that. I think that's really nice. Right, let's put that up on the screen and you can tell me whether you like it or not in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video, by the way, and if you haven't subscribed, think about doing so. I do this every Sunday at 6 o'clock. Okay, so the last photo of the day. We've gone portrait. Really love these grasses in here. Got really close. The tripod's pretty much as low as it can go without the camera going in the water. Focused on the closest point, 24mm, still using the 24-200, f11, third of a second. Focus here. Focus on the mountain. In the bag. Brilliant. Right. Right, if I don't get stuck, I'll put these on the screen now. Tell me what you think, but absolutely fantastic start to the trip. Really enjoyed that. So we're going to go and shoot some more, which should probably be in next week's video. So don't forget to like, subscribe, come back 6 o'clock next Sunday to see what we get up to next. Glencoe next. So many locations in Scotland, so many places, and if we get weather like this with snow on the mountains, it's going to be the best trip ever. So come and join us. Oh, see you soon. It's time to go and explore further down the road. Thanks for joining me. Goodbye.